Well, it's a life many young ladies dream of, the glitz and glamour of becoming a beauty queen.
And it's something that our next guest is quickly getting used to. This is the moment that changed Rebecca Jackson's life when she was crowned Miss Delaware just a week and a half ago. And we are so happy to welcome Rebecca to Delmarva Life this afternoon. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Right off the bat, congratulations on your title.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How's it? Are you getting used to it?
I can never get used to this. It feels like a dream on my head all the time.
All the time. But it's nice that you can step into a position like this.
It really is, because when I'm wearing this crown, I'm able to touch lives.
That's wonderful. Now, you started out as Miss Dover.
Yes.
What made you decide to compete in a pageant?
Well, I experienced the plight of most college students that I had to pay for the rising cost of college. And the Miss Delaware organization offers scholarship money for those who compete. I competed just for the money, and then I turned out to love it. And I loved being on stage, I loved performing, and I found out that I could really do good for those who need help.
Oh, you know, I'm glad you said that, because your platform is fostering music, and there's a point to that. Why are you so passionate about that?
When I was younger, my mother was a voice teacher, and we always had kids coming in and out of our house, but one of them stood out to me, and she turned out to be a foster child. We grew up together, and she told me of how music really helped her through some dark times in her life. And she was fortunate enough that my mother was supplying free lessons for her. But most foster kids don't get to have that experience. So I wanted to share music with all foster kids. And so I put on a musical at the Grand Opera House in Wilmington, and the proceeds go to giving books to foster children that encourage music.
That's wonderful.
That
Now,
is terrific.
what does the next year hold for you?
Well, the next year I go and compete in September at the Miss America pageant. And in addition to that, I really want to go into schools. The musical is called Penny the Piano, and I have a program that I go to schools and I sing, I read the book, and promote self-esteem through music, and also spread the news about foster children and why they need help.
That's wonderful. That's terrific.
Thank you.
And that comes from being in this position. Now, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
Being in the position that you're in, you now live in a fishbowl.
I do.
Everybody
I do.
knows everything about you. Your challenge now is, can you tell us one thing about Miss Delaware that we don't know?
Yes, I tend to be a little bit of a bookworm. When I was younger, instead of getting grounded and going to timeout, my parents used to take away my Harry Potter books, which was worse than the worst punishment that I could ever have when I was younger.
Oh my goodness. So obviously in this position you have a lot of little girls looking up to you. Do you have any advice for them if they want to follow the same path?
Yes, girls, do not look at what you see in magazines. It is your personal body, and eat healthy, work on your brain, work on studying. It's not what the magazines show, it's you being okay with yourself.
That's terrific. Now, you and your mom are going to perform for us this afternoon. What are you going to sing?
I'm going to sing One of a Kind, which is from the musical that we performed in Wilmington. And I'm telling this little piano who she looks in the mirror and finds out that she is not a grand piano, she's an upright piano. And she doesn't like what she sees. And I, as Rebecca, tell her, that's okay, you have a purpose in life. And so that is the theme of the story.
All right, Rebecca and Suzanne Jackson, take it away.
I'm just like every other piano here. And sure, it's nice sometimes to blend into the crowd, but mostly I would rather be someone that's uniquely me. If I looked like you, well, I'd be proud. Look at you, Penny, you're different.
No kidding.
Oh, different isn't something to be sad about.
It's not?
No, different is special, and special is wonderful, and wonderful is something to be glad about.
I guess.
Oh, there are things that only you can do. So think of all the possibilities in store for you. 'Cause you're small enough and smart enough, and Penny, I know you have heart enough to fit into anywhere you find. All the things that make you you will let you do what no one else can do. Oh, Penny, you're one of a kind. So what's the use of wishing that we're different than we are? Big or small or curved or tall, we all can be a star.
I can be a star?
Yes, you can. 'Cause we're all good enough and smart enough. And Penny, I know we have heart enough to fit into anywhere we find. All the things that make you you will let you do what no one else can do. Oh, everybody's.
Everybody's?
Everybody.
One of a kind.
One of a kind.
I will live a one-of-a-kind life.
One of a kind.
If you would like to read more about Miss Delaware, go to our website, delmarvalife.com, and click on the show tab. Up next on Delmarva Life, one lucky viewer won a facelift for her bathroom thanks to the folks at Hurl's Bath and Tile Solutions. So what did it look like before and what does it look like now? We take a look at it all. We're also trying to figure out where Brian is on Delmarva. Brian, we're ready for the first clue.
Well, Lisa, here is clue number 1. Take a look at this. The place was originally called Blackfoot Town. If that doesn't help you, I have one more clue. Stay with us. You're watching Delmarva Life.